We're tracking a massive identity theft investigation in Hilliard. Police say a former employee of an addiction treatment center sold patients' private information on the dark web. Police have identified 240 victims so far, but they think there could be as many as 100 more.
Yeah, he did have access to their entire database, so there are victims that are outside of the state as well.
10 TV's Carla Rogner talked with financial experts who tell her anyone can be a victim to identity theft, but there are some steps you can take to protect yourself.
We started our day at Evoke Wellness to find out how this happened and what's being done to prevent it from happening again. No one there could answer our questions, but we know police started investigating after pulling over the former employee in October.
During the search of the vehicle, he was able to obtain a lot of different fraudulent documents and some gift cards. Usually these documents, they kind of go hand in hand together.
In addition to the center in Hilliard, police say the suspect also had access to Evoke Wellness databases for centers in Florida and Massachusetts. Police have identified 240 victims so far.
Some were aware of what was going on. I kind of bridged that gap for a lot of victims. They have police reports, but nobody was identified as a suspect. Others had no clue.
The playground is really changing. There's way more ways for financial fraudsters and scammers to get access to your information.
Bank rate analyst Sarah Foster says it's crucial to stay one step ahead of fraudsters and sign up for credit monitoring and fraud alerts from your bank.
Limiting the amount of time that fraudsters have access to your information and the amount of time that your credit report is actually taking to hit, if that's what ends up happening, that is the most important step you can take.
Should people be limiting how much personal information they share and who they share it with?
I think it's always good to really make sure that you're thinking critically about the information that's out there, that you're putting online, that you're sharing with others.
But even with every precaution in place, there is still a risk for consumers.
There's not one thing that you can do where you're in the clear.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we see that even Americans who have taken a step to prevent their chances of coming across a fraudster or fraudulent activity have still sometimes experienced that fraud too. So all it takes is really one mistake, and all it takes is really one rare fluke occurrence that can really result in maybe some financial harm.
And you might notice we did not name the suspect in this case. That's because police are still building their case and he hasn't been charged.